How's it going, guys? It's HermitGRAB here, and welcome to another Pokemon video. Eevee's Pokédex entry states that it is the evolution Pokemon since it has 8 different evolutions for 8 different types. Every single Pokemon fan has their favorite Eeveelution, with Sylveon and Umbreon usually being the popular choices. However, considering that there are 10 other Pokemon types that do not have an Eeveelution is kinda strange. This is the evolution Pokemon, for goodness sake. There's bound to be other Eeveelutions buried within Eevee's potential, and I've thought of 10 concepts for the 10 types. I'm HermitGRAB, and these are 10 new Eeveelutions and how to get them. But before we get into it, I would like to thank the sponsor of this video, Buyee. Buyee is a proxy shopping service that allows you to buy anything from Japan. All you have to do is order from any Japanese exclusive store, such as Rakuten, Amazon Japan, or Yahoo Japan. Then they buy the product for you, brings it to their warehouse where they will prepare it for international shipping, and deliver it right to your door. They have a huge catalog of Japanese items, ranging from Pokemon, Spy X Family, Love is War, and many more. Buyee supports various payment options like PayPal, MasterCard, and Visa, and also has international shipping ranging from cross-continental like the United States to neighboring countries like South Korea and the Philippines. Sign up by using the link in the description below and you will get 2,000 yen off of your first purchase. Thank you to Buyee for sponsoring this video, and let's start with the normal type. The normal type Eeveelution would be called Eevee. It makes sense since it has the Eon ending and having no type reference to rely on. It is also the name that a huge majority of Pokemon fans use for a normal type Eeveelution. The method of evolution would be for Eevee to hold a Silk Scarf and level up to level 30 to turn into Eevee. Now, considering that every Eeveelution has the same base stat total with 525, every Eeveelution in this video will follow suit. Eevee's stats will all be generally increased across the board, making it the most versatile Eeveelution of all. Eevee's ability would either be Adaptability or Fur Coat. Adaptability since it's one of Eevee's abilities and it can carry on to its evolution, or Fur Coat to defend itself against most fighting type moves. Eevee is statistically the most balanced out of all the Eeveelutions since it's a jack of all trades, master of none. Next is the fighting type. The fighting type Eeveelution would be called Champion. This is due to lots of contact sports having a champion on top of the rankings and being prominent in their respective promotions. Its appearance also reminds me of Lucha Libre wrestlers like Rey Mysterio and Ultimo Dragon, and also the Lucha Pokemon, Palucha. The method of evolution is similar to the previous one, where Eevee needs to hold a black belt and level up to level 30. Champion stats would be primarily specialized on attack and defense, with a minor increase of speed and HP, but a decrease on special attack. Champion's ability would either be Moxie or Defiant. Moxie so that Champion becomes a sweeper with every Pokemon it KOs, or Defiant to defend itself from stat-lowering moves by sharply increasing its already powerful attack stat. Next is the Poison type. The Poison type Eeveelution would be called Toxeon. This is a reference to Toxic, the most popular and most effective move of the Poison type. The method of evolution is similar with the other ones, where Eevee needs to hold a Poison Barb and level up to level 30. Toxeon's HP will have a major increase alongside special attack and special defense, but speed and physical attack would not be too good. Toxeon's ability would be Poison Point to protect itself from potential physical attackers and punish them with poison damage. Up next is the Ground type. The Ground type Eeveelution would be called Cloakeon, due to it using a desert cloak, which is prominent in fantasies with desert settings, or a must-have apparel for traveling through the desert. The method of evolution would be for you to give it safety goggles and level it up while the overworld is in a sandstorm. This makes sense since the Go Goggles are a requirement for Hoenn characters to traverse through the desert, and considering that the Go Goggles is similar with the safety goggles, this evolution method pays homage to the Hoenn games. Cloakion's speed stat would have a major increase, but would still be slower than Jolteon. Its attack and special defense stats would be increased as well, but its defense stat would decrease. This wouldn't be a problem due to its ability, Sand Veil, of which increases its evasiveness during a sandstorm. This means that Cloakion isn't best used in a general team, but for a desert-centric team, Cloakion would be annoying to take down. Up next is the Rock type. The Rock type evolution would be called Gemmeon due to the gems surrounding its body and the amount of precious stones that make up its appearance. The method of evolution is tricky. This will require 2 evolution stones to work. First, you'll have to give it an evolution stone like a held item, then use another evolution stone on Eevee for it to evolve into Gemmeon. I figured that this method made sense due to the huge amount of precious stones on its body, resembling the evolution stones that came from the underground or the Digging Brothers. Gemmeon's defense stat will have a massive boost, and its attack and special defense stats will have a major boost as well. Its speed stat will be its lowest stat, however, but that's fine since it'll be a potential Trick Room target. Gemmeon's ability would be either Battle Armor or Mirror Armor. Battle Armor to protect itself from critical hits, or Mirror Armor to deflect debuffs for trying to weaken its bulk. Up next is the Bug type. The Bug type evolution would be called Chitinion due to chitin being the main material for most arthropods' exoskeletons. The method of evolution is to give it an Assault Vest and level it up to level 30. This is loosely inspired by arthropod molting, since insects will have a new, stronger exoskeleton and getting rid of the old one. Chitinion will have a stat increase on its defenses and have a minor increase on attack, but its speed stat decreases. Chitinion's ability would either be Rough Skin or Shed Skin. Rough Skin to damage Pokemon that attack it with physical moves, or Shed Skin to protect itself from status conditions. Next is the Dragon type. The Dragon type evolution would be called Wormion. This is due to Wormion being a wingless dragon, which is the definition of a worm. The method of evolution is for you to give a Dragon Fang to Eevee and level it up with High Friendship. Wormion's stats will reflect it being a general attacker, with major increases to attack and special attack, and minor increases to defense, special defense, and speed. Wormion's ability would either be Mold Breaker or Huge Power. Mold Breaker to be able to negate abilities for the battle, or Huge Power to double down on Wormion's offensive capabilities. Next is the Flying type. The Flying type evolution would be called Breezeon. This is due to its design being more aerodynamic and having a majestic aesthetic. The method of evolution is simple this time. All you have to do is use a Dawnstone on Eevee for it to evolve into Breezeon. Breezeon will gain a major increase in speed and attack, moderate increase in special attack and HP, but it'll be squishy due to its defenses being terrible. Breezeon's ability would be Aerialate, giving it the capabilities to use normal type moves and turn them into stab moves. This way, Breezeon is the glass cannon of the evolutions. Up next is the Steel type. The Steel type evolution would be called Titanion. Obviously, this is based on titanium due to it being one of the most popular metals in the world. The method of evolution is for you to give an Eevee a metal coat and level it up with High Friendship. Titanion will have a major stat increase in defense and special defense. Its attack and HP will have a minor increase, but special attack will not be too good. Its ability would either be Clear Body or Stamina. Clear Body to protect itself from stat debuffs, or Stamina to further make itself tanky with every bit of damage to it. And finally is the Ghost type. The Ghost type evolution would be called Wispion. This is a reference on will-o-wisps and whispers, which we usually see from horror movies coming from many spirits. The method of evolution isn't difficult, but it's hard to do to your Eevee. That's because you'll have to give it a Reaper Cloth and allow it to faint in any battle. So that means that it'll not be available in Nuzlocke, right? Not really. You see, in Nuzlocke, you have to release the Pokemon that fainted, which is Eevee. But Wispion is not Eevee. Wispion evolved off-screen without the typical evolution sequence like Shedinja, for example. Wispion takes the place of Eevee, and Wispion is what remains of Eevee. Wispion will have a major increase on attack, special attack, and speed. Defense and special defense is okay, but HP decreases. Wispion has the most amount of ability potential with either Shadow Tag, Infiltrator, or Cursed Body. Shadow Tag to prevent opposing Pokemon from retreating, Infiltrator to deal damage to opponents despite them hiding behind a substitute or a protect, and Cursed Body, which gives Wispion a chance to disable a move from the opposing Pokemon for 4 turns. Now, there is a priority system built in the game to prioritize certain evolutions over the other, with Sylveon being at the top. But with the evolutions I conceptualized, this is how the evolutions would be prioritized. With the evolutions that require an evolution stone at the bottom, evolutions that require a held item and level 30, and Gemmeon at tier 5. Tier 4 is Espeon and Umbreon with high friendship on a specific time of day. Tier 3 is Titanion and Wormeon with a held item and level up with high friendship. Tier 2 with Sylveon having high friendship and needing to learn a fairy type move. And Wispion in a league of its own where it needs to actively faint with a Reaper Cloth to evolve. And that is the 10 new evolutions and how to get them. Thank you for watching the video, and be sure to like and subscribe with post notifications on. Also, comment down below which one of the new evolutions is your favorite. I'll reply to as many comments as I can. I'm HermitGRAB, and I'll see you soon.